Hello friends, in this video we'll cover the solutions to practice test number 4 module 1 for SAT math on the official test provided on the college board. To access completely free SAT course having all the lecture videos and all the practice questions and practice tests, you can log on to primeaptiacademy.com. Now we begin the solutions to this practice test. So this is the first question. It's a pretty straightforward question. We see the graph here, number of students on the y-axis and activity is on the x-axis. It says a group of students voted on 5 after-school activities. The bar graph shows the number of students who voted each of the 5 activities. How many students chose activity 3? This is activity 3. So how many students chose it? Just less than 40. This is option B, 39. That is the answer. We'll look at the second question now. Second question says what percent of 300 is 75? So 300 by 2 is 150 and 150 by 2 is 75. So we divide 300 by 4. When you divide it by 4, you are actually making quarter of 300, which is 25%. This is answer option A. Now looking at the third question, what is a solution to this equation? So I have these 4 options. Which of them can be a solution to this equation? Now x square is equal to 36 times 25. So x, all the options are positive here. So I'll only look at the positive options. So square root of 36 is 6, square root of 25 is 5. So x can be 6 into 5, which is 30. Answer option B, 30 is correct here. Now this fourth question, it says 3 more than 8 times a number's x equals 83. Which equation represents this situation? So 3 more than 8 times a number x. So that is 8x plus 3 equals 83. So 8x plus 3 equals 83 is answer option D. That is correct. Now fifth question says Hannah deposited a fixed amount into her bank account each month. The function f of t is 100 plus 25t. Gives the amount in dollars in Hannah's bank account after t monthly deposits. So after t monthly deposit, it is the value. What is the best interpretation of 25 in this context? So now if you look at it, what this means is at the beginning when t was 0, f of t was 100. That means at the beginning at t equal to 0, there was $100 in the account. And then every month 25 is put in the account because at the first month it will be 100 plus 25, which is 125. At end of 2 months it will be 100 plus 25 into 2, which is 150. So every month $25 is put into account. So it says with each monthly deposit the amount in Hannah's bank account increased by $25, which is the right answer here. Now sixth, it says a customer spent $27 to purchase oranges at $3 per pound. How many pounds of oranges did the customer purchase? That is 27 by 3, which is 9. So 9 is the answer here. Now this says Nasir bought 9 storage bins that were each the same price. So let the price be X. So it is 9X. He used a coupon of $63 off the entire purchase. So 9X minus 63 is what he paid. The cost of the entire purchase after the coupon was 27. So it is 27. What was the original price in dollars for one storage bin? So that was X. So from here we have to find X. So 9X becomes 90 or X becomes 10. So $10 is the answer here. So in this 8th question, I have this table, X is there and f of X is there. It says for the linear function f, the table shows 3 values of X and their corresponding values of f of X. Which of the equation defines f of X? Okay, so I have these 4 equations. So when X is 0, f of X is 29. That means f of X has to be 29 plus something into X. So when X is 1, f of X is 32. When X is 2, f of X is 35. So an increase of 3 is happening for each step in X. So X increases once, f of X increases by 3. When X increases by further 1, means from 1 to 2, then again further 3 increases there. F of X has to be 29 plus 3X. Okay. You can also look from options by putting the values. So this is 3x plus 29. That is the answer. If you want to be sure 100%, you put x is equal to 0, you get f of x as 29. You put x equal to 1, you get f of x is 29 plus 3 is 32. You put x equal to 2, you will get 29 plus 6, which is 35. Answer option A is the right answer here. Now, the next question here. Right angle triangles PQR, EQR and STU are similar, where P corresponds to S. So if this is theta, angle P is theta, angle S is also theta. If they are similar triangle, that means each corresponding angle are equal. Now, where P corresponds to S. So, if this is theta, this is theta. This is 90, 90 in both the cases, R and U. So, Q has to be 90 minus theta and T also has to be 90 minus theta. Okay. Now, it says if measure of angle Q is 90 minus theta, which is 18 degree. So, Q is 90 minus theta, it is 18 degree, 90 degree minus theta. What is the measure of angle S? Angle S is theta. So, if 90 degree minus theta is 18 degree, theta will be what? 90 degree minus 18 degree, which is 72 degree. So, angle S, which is theta, equals 72 degree. Answer option B is right here. Now, this question 10 says the scatter plot shows the relationship between two variables x and y. So, this is y and this is x. Which of the following equations is most appropriate linear model for data shown? So, if there is a linear model, so I am actually putting the values in red color, like a bit bigger dots, you are able to better understand. If you see over here, as x increases, y decreases. So, that means there is a negative correlation. Okay, that means it will, the graph between y and x, which is a linear graph, will be a downward sloping graph, maybe something like this. This line represents the linear relationship between x and y. Okay, so this is a downward sloping graph. That means the slope is negative here. Okay, that means option A is ruled out because it has a positive slope, and option C is also ruled out. It also has a positive slope. Now, option B and D has negative slope. Here it is minus 9.4x and this is minus 0.9x. We can look at the value of x equal to 0. At x equal to 0, when x is 0, y is almost 10. So, if I put x equal to 0 in the first B option, y becomes 0.9, which is not correct. Y has to be almost equal to 10, which is answer option D. You put x equal to 0, you get y is equal to 9.4. So, this is at x equal to 0, this is closer to 10. It also has a negative slope. So, answer option D is correct. B is also wrong here. Now, we'll look at the next question. I have in this equation 2.5b plus 5r equal to 80. The given equation describes the relationship between the number of birds b, okay, b is number of birds, and number of reptiles r, okay, that can be cared for at a pet care business on a given day. If the business cares for 16 reptiles on a given day, how many birds it can care for on this day? So 16 reptiles means r is equal to 16. If I put r equal to 16, this will become 2.5b. 5 into 16 is 80, is equal to 80. That means from here I can say b is equal to 0 because 2.5b plus 80 equal to 80. 80 minus 80 is 0. So b is equal to 0. How many birds it can care for? 0 birds. Answer option A is correct here. Now, in this question, again, I see this graph between y and x. What is the equation of the graph? So, first of all, the slope is negative. It's a downward sloping graph. So, option B is ruled out. Option D is also ruled out. This is a downward sloping graph. And at x, if you look at it, at x equal to 0, at x equal to minus 8, y is 0. And at y equal to minus 8, x is 0. This is a downward sloping graph such that the slope is negative 1. Okay, how negative 1? I've figured out that in this right angle triangle between origin and this minus 8 and minus 8 point, this distance is 8 units, this distance is 8 units. That means it's an isosceles right angle triangle. That means this angle is 45, this angle is 45. So if this is 45 degree angle over here, negative 45 that you make by the x axis, that means slope should be minus 1. So answer option C gives me slope as minus 1. Okay, so answer option C is correct here. So now the next question says if x by 8 is 5, what is 8 by x? 1 by 5. Pretty straightforward. 24x plus y is 48, 6x plus y is 72. Solution to this system is x comma y. What is value of y? So to find the value of y, what I'll do is I multiply this by 4 and eliminate x. So this becomes 24x plus y is 48 given, and then it becomes 24x plus 4y is equal to 72 times 4. Okay, I'll subtract them. So I get minus 3y is equal to 48 minus 72 into 4. Now dividing everything by minus 3 on both the sides, y becomes 48 by minus 3 is minus 16, minus 72 by 4, 72 into 4 by minus 3, this becomes plus. and that will be 72 into 4 by 3. With 48 by 3 is 16. Negative sign is because I am dividing by minus 3. So this becomes 3 ones are 3 and 3 into 24 are. So 24 into 4 is what? 96. 96 minus 16 is 80. So 80 over here is the right answer. We have to find the value of y, which is 80. So this question says line T in xy plane has slope of minus 1 by 3 and passes through the point 9, 10. Which of the equation defines the line? So equation of the line will be of the form y is equal to minus x by 3 plus c, where c is the y-intercept. Okay, slope is minus 1 by 3, so it will be like this. So it passes through point 9, 10. So when x is 9, y is 10. So I'll put y is 10 and x is 9 here to find c. So this becomes 10 is equal to minus 3 plus c, or c is equal to 13. C is equal to 13. So the equation of line is minus x by 3 plus 13, which is answer option D. That is the correct answer here. So now the next question says, the function f of x equal to 206 times 1.034 raised to x models the value in dollars of a certain bank account by the end of each year from 1957 through 1972. Okay, where x is the number of years after 1957. Okay, which of the following best interprets f of 5 is approximately equal to 243 in this context? Before moving into the option, I'll understand what f of 5 equal to 243 means for me. So what is f of 5? F of 5 will be 206 into 1.034 raised to 5. So basically what this says that after 5 years, at end of 5 years from 1957, which is in 1962, okay, the value in the bank account should be 243. Okay, because every year it is getting compounded by the value 1.034. Okay, so by the end of 1962, the value should be 243. That is what the understanding is. So option A says the value of the bank account is estimated to be approximately $5 greater in 1962 than in 1957. No, in 1962 it is approximated to be 243, which is not $5 greater than 206. It was 206 in 1957. The value of the bank account is estimated to be approximately $243 in 1962. This is the right answer. So answer option B is correct here. Okay, so this question says for a certain rectangular region, the ratio of its length to width is 35 to 10. So that means length you can assume to be 35x, width is 10x. If the width of the rectangular region increases by 7 units, so new width W dash has become 10x plus 7. How must the length change to maintain this ratio? So I see options of increase and decrease given here. So now if you look at it, if I have to maintain the ratio, which is length upon width, has to be 35 by 10. If I am increasing width, then I have to increase length for the ratio to be maintained. Okay, so decrease options are ruled out. So option A goes out, option C goes out. Now by how much the length has to increase? This is what we have to figure out. So L dash is equal to 35x plus k. We have to find the value of k. Actually, in fact, by looking at the options only, I know that this should be the answer. Because if you are increasing the width by 7 units, length, which is higher than width, have to be increased in the same proportion. So the increase has to be more than 7. So in one of the option, I am saying increase by 7. In other option, I am saying 24.5 units increase. So I know that it has to be more than 7 units. So even without calculating it, I can write B as the answer. But if you want to calculate it, what you do is, you will do L dash by W dash, which is 35x plus k divided by 10x plus 7 is equal to 35 by 10, because you have to maintain the ratio. Okay, so this becomes 35 into 10, which is 350x plus 10k is equal to 35 into 10x, which is 350x plus 35 into 7. Okay, 350x goes away. So k becomes 35 into 7 divided by 10. So 35 into 7 divided by 10, if you find out, it will be 24.5. So answer option B is correct here. Now looking at the next question, it says square P has a side length of x inches. Square Q has a perimeter that is 176 inches greater than the perimeter of square P. Square P side is and square Q. Square P side is x, so perimeter is 4x. Square Q perimeter is 176 inches more than that of square P. So here perimeter is 4x plus 176. The function f gives the area of square Q in square inches, which of the following defines f. So first of all, if here side will be, for P it is x, so perimeter is 4x. Here side will be what? 4x plus 176 divided by 4, because perimeter is 4x plus 176. So in a square you divide it by 4 to get the side. That will be x plus 4 is 16, x plus 44. So Q side is x plus 44. So what will be the area? X plus 44 whole square. So x plus 44 whole square. Answer option A is the right answer here. Now this question says 14x upon 7y is equal to 2 times square root of w plus 19. The given equation relates distinct positive real numbers w, x and y. Okay, these are distinct positive. Which equation currently expresses w in terms of x and y? Again, pretty straightforward. 14x by 7y, I can write it as 2x by y is equal to 2 times w plus 19. 2 goes away. So, and squaring both the sides, this becomes x by y whole square is equal to w plus 19, or w is equal to x upon y whole square minus 19. That is the answer. So w is x by y whole square minus 19. Answer option C is correct. Now point O is the center of a circle. The measure of arc RS on the circle is 100 degree. What is the measure in degrees of its associated angle ROS? So associated angle ROS is same as equal to the measure of arc on the circle. So the measure in degrees will be 100 only. So 100 over here is the right answer. Now this says the expression 6 into fifth root of 3 raised to 5 into x raised to 45, fifth root of that, times 8th root of 2 raised to 8 times x is equal to a into x raised to b, where a and b are positive constant and x is greater than 1. Okay. What is the value of a plus b? So from here I can do, this is 6 times 3 raised to 5 divided by 5. So I can write this as 3 raised to 5 raised to 1 by 5 times x raised to 45 raised to 1 by 5. Okay, because this is fifth root of that, times I can write this as 2 raised to 8 raised to 1 by 8 times x raised to 1 by 8 is equal to a into x raised to b. So this will become 6 into 3 raised to 5 raised to 1 by 5 is 3 only, and 2 raised to 8 raised to 1 by 8 is 2 only, and x raised to 45 raised to 1 by 5, it is 45 by 5, which is 9. So it is x raised to 9 times x raised to 1 by 8 is equal to a into x raised to b. So 6 into 3 is 18, 18 into 2 is 36. So this becomes 36. So I will write here 36 times x raised to 9 plus 1 by 8 is equal to a into x raised to b. Okay, so from here I conclude a is equal to 36 and b is equal to 9 plus 1 by 8, which is 9 8 is 72 plus 1 73 by 8. So we have to find a plus b. A plus b will be then what? 36 plus 73 by 8, which is equal to 8. 36 into 8 if I do, 8 6 are 48, 4 here, 8 3 are 24, 288 plus 73. That is 1, 8, 1, 1, 8 and 8, 16, 1, 361 by 8. So 361 by 8 is the answer. What is the value of a plus b? 361 by 8. That is the right answer. If you want to write in decimal, you can convert it in decimal also. Now the next question says a right triangle has sides of length 2 root 2, 2 root 2, 6 root 2 and root 80. What is the area of the triangle in square units? So first of all, I'll figure out which is the longest side, that will be hypotenuse. Then other two sides will be the legs of this right angle triangle. So this is root 8, this is 36 into 2, root 72, and this is root 80. This is the largest. So this is the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. So these are the two sides which are the legs of the triangle. So area of this triangle will be half into these product of these two sides. 2 root 2 into 6 root 2. Okay. So this goes, root 2 into root 2 is 2, 2 into 6 is 12. So answer option B, 12 is the right answer here. Now this question says the expression 4x square plus bx minus 45, where b is a constant, can be rewritten as, which means it is equal to h of x plus k times x plus j, where h, k and j are integer constants. Okay. Which of the following must be an integer? So from here, if I compare, I can first of all open it, the factors over there. That will be 4x square plus bx minus 45 is equal to h into x square plus x times, this is h into j plus k. That will be hx into j plus kx. So x times h into j plus k into j. So comparing what I get, h is equal to 4 because 4x square is here and hx square is there. B is equal to h into j. So I'll write h into j plus k is equal to b. Plus b is there and everything is plus, yes. So h into j plus k is b and k into j is minus 45. What I know that h, k and j are integer constants. They are integer constants. H I know is 4. I don't know the value of k and j, but k into j is minus 45 and they are integer constants. So what are the options I have? If I have k into j as minus 45, what options do I have? K can be 1, j can be minus 45, or k can be minus 45, j can be 1, or k can be 9, j can be minus 5, or k can be 5 and j can be minus 9. Okay, I already know that h is equal to 4. Now I'll quickly look at the options first and see if I get anything out of it. I don't know the value of b. Value of b will depend on h into j plus k. So I can find the value of b for each h and j, and h is always 4, and corresponding value of k and j will give me value of b. I can write it down. But at this point, I will look at the options and see if I have any options without b which is giving me correct answer or not. So must be an integer, b by h. So b I don't know right now, so I will not worry about this option. B by k, again b I don't know, I'll not even solve it. I'll keep it safe. 45 by h is definitely not correct because 45 by h is 45 by 4. So this is definitely not an integer. So this definitely goes out. Then 45 by k. What options I have for k? 45 by k. 45 by 1 is integer, yes. 45 by minus 45 is also integer, yes. 45 by 9 is integer, yes. And 45 by 5 is also integer. Okay, so this has to be 9 and minus 5, and this is minus 5 and 9. Okay, 45 by minus 5, that is also integer. So all the 4 values of 45, any value if I pick, 45 upon k will always be integer. So I need not even check for the first two options. So I'll directly write option D as correct. But for the sake of completeness, we'll figure out values of b and we'll see here. Okay, on the exam, I will do this and I'll mark D and move ahead. But right now, if I find the value of b is what? H into j plus k. B is h into j plus k. So h into j plus k from here will be h is 4 into minus 45. 4 into minus 45 is minus 180. Minus 180 plus k. Minus 180 plus 1 is minus 179. So for this situation, b is minus 179. When the situation is this, when k is minus 45, j into 1, h into j, 4 into 1 is 4, plus k, h into j plus k. So 4 into 1 is 4, 4 minus 45 is minus 41, then h into j plus k, 4 into minus 5 is minus 20, minus 20 plus 9 is minus 20 plus 9 is minus 11, and then 4 into 9 is 36, 36 minus 5 is 29. So if I look at, these are the values of b I get. So b by h is not integer always. In fact, b by h is not integer any of the time. So this option is also ruled out. And then b by k, minus 179 by 1 is integer, but minus 41 by minus 45 is not integer. So you can't say that b by k must be an integer. So this option has also ruled out. But again, as I told you in the exam, I'll scan the options and I'll see that this option is coming out to be true. So I'll quickly mark it and move ahead. Now, this question says, I have this equation, quadratic equation with y equal to 2x square minus 21x plus 64. So this is a parabola. Then y equal to 3x plus a. This is a linear equation. In the given system, a is constant. The graphs of the equations in the given system intersect at exactly one point in the xy plane. What is the value of x? So they intersect at exactly one point. So first of all, what this means is I have to find the value of x. Okay, that means first of all I'll solve this equation. To solve these equations, I'll put y equal to 3x plus a in the first equation. So 3x plus a equal to 2x square minus 21x plus 64. So what this becomes? 2x square minus 21x minus 24x plus 64 minus a equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation in x I get. Now x will have only one solution. Why? Because I will only get one single point of contact between the line and this curve. So if x is only one solution, that means discriminant of this quadratic has to be equal to 0. So what is the discriminant of the quadratic? Discriminant of the quadratic is minus 24 square minus 4 into a is 2 and c is 64 minus a. Okay, this has to be equal to 0. So that means 24 square is 576. So 576 is equal to 4 into 2 into 64 minus a. So here it goes 4. Instead of 576, I'll write it as 24 into 24. So minus 24 square is same as 24 square. This 4 goes and this is 6. This 6 goes and this is 3. So 24 into 3 is what? 72. So 72 is 64 minus a. 72 is 64 minus a. So from here I conclude a is minus 8 because 64 minus 8 is 72. So a is minus 8. Keep in mind, minus 8 option is a trap here. Many students will find a and tick minus 8. Okay, you don't have to find a. You have to find the value of x. So a is minus 8. So if I put a as minus 8 now here in this equation, I will get the quadratic in x and solve them to get the answer. So that will be what? 2x square minus 24x. 64 minus 8 is plus 72. Divide everything by 2. X square minus 12x plus 36 is equal to 0. This is nothing but x minus 6 whole square is 0. Okay. So x minus 6 whole square is equal to 0. So x minus 6 whole square is 0. That means x is 6. So answer option C, 6 is the right answer. Now looking at this question, it says an isosceles right angle triangle has hypotenuse of length 58. It's an isosceles right angle triangle. So in isosceles right angle triangle, this side is x, this side is x, this side is x root 2. Hypotenuse is given to be 58. So if x root 2 is 58, x will be what? 58 by root 2. Here this will also be 58 by root 2. We have to find the perimeter of this triangle. So perimeter of the triangle will be 58 by root 2 plus 58 by root 2 plus 58. These two sides and the hypotenuse. So what is 58 by root 2 plus 58 by root 2? I can write it as 2 into 58 by root 2. So this goes, this goes. So 58 root 2 plus 58, which is answer option C. 58 plus 58 root 2. Now the next question says, in the xy plane, a parabola has vertex 9, minus 14 and intersects the x-axis at 2 points. Okay. If the equation of the parabola is written in the form y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b and c are constants, which of the following could be the value of a plus b plus c? Okay, so it's an interesting question. So first of all, what I have been given at 9, minus 14, the parabola is like this. Okay, it cuts the x-axis at 2 points. So one point will be here, another point will be somewhere here. Okay. So let this is x1, let this is x2. Only then it will come. Because if the parabola goes down, then it will not cut. So it's an upward opening parabola. That means I know a is greater than 0. Okay. This point is given to be 9 comma minus 14. Okay. Equation of the parabola y equal to ax square plus bx plus c. All right. This is what I've been given. Now, this point 9 is minus b by 2a. If the parabola like y is y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, the vertex at the bottom has to be minus b by 2a, the x coordinate. So minus b by 2a has to be equal to 9. So from here I conclude that b is equal to minus 18a. So I know b now. Also, if I put 9 and minus 14 in this should satisfy the equation of the parabola. So if I put y as minus 14, let me put here, minus 14 is equal to a into 3, a into 9 square, which is 81a, plus b is what? Minus 18a. I've already concluded. Minus 18a into 9. Okay, bx, x is 9 and y is minus 14, plus c. So from here I can get minus 14 is equal to, this is 81a, this is minus 18 into 9, 180 minus 18 is 162a plus c. So 81a minus 162a is minus 81a. It goes there. So I get from here c is equal to 81a minus 14. C is 81a minus 14. So I conclude c is 81a minus 14. So putting y is equal to minus 14, x as 9 and b is minus 18a and a as a only, I get c in terms of a. I have to find the value of a plus b plus c. What can be the value of a plus b plus c? So a is a only, b is what? Minus 18a and c is what? 81a minus 14. Okay, this is what I get. 18 into 9 is 81 minus 162. Yeah, 81a minus 14. So what does this become? 81 and a is 82a, 82a minus 18a. So 82 minus 20 is 62 plus 2, 64. This is 64a. So what I get is a plus b plus c. 64a minus 14. Okay, putting in the values. A plus b plus c. A is a only, b is minus 18a and c is 81a minus 14. Putting all these values, I get a plus b plus c is 64a minus 14. And I know a has to be greater than 0. A cannot be negative because it's an upward opening parabola. Now, from here, which of the following could be the value? So, if I have an expression 64a minus 14 such that a is positive, that means 64a will always be positive. So it will be some positive number minus 14. The positive number can be very small. It can be minus, it can be plus 0.00008, something like that, or can be a big number. Like the positive number can be 10,000, a million, any number, but it has to be a positive number. So a positive number minus 14 if I do, okay, that means at the minimum, the value of this expression has to be more than minus 14. Because in minus 14, I am adding 64a. So in minus 14, if I am adding a positive number, the end result has to be more than minus 14. So any option which gives me an option which is greater than minus 14 is the correct option. So minus 23 is less than minus 14 is ruled out. Minus 19 less than minus 14 is ruled out. Minus 14 is equal to minus 14, not greater than minus 14. It is also ruled out. So only option D, minus 12, which is greater than minus 14 is the answer here. Okay. Now we'll do the final question of this set. It says function f is defined by f of x is equal to minus a raised to x plus b, where a and b are constants. In the xy plane, the graph of f of x, y equal to f of x minus 15. So it will be y equal to minus a raised to x plus b minus 15. Graph of this has y intercept at x equal to 0 and y is minus 99 by 7. So what if I put x equal to 0 here? X equal to 0, I get y as minus 99 by 7. So putting in the values, what do I get? Y is minus 99 by 7 is equal to minus a raised to 0 plus b minus 15. The product of a and b is 65 by 7. So if that means a and b, none of them is 0. Okay, because the product is a non-zero number. So a is non-zero. So that means a raised to 0 becomes 1. What is the value of a? So a raised to 0 is 1. So from here I conclude minus 99 by 7 is equal to minus 1 plus b by minus 15. So this becomes b minus 16. Or b will be then equal to 16 minus 99 by 7. B is 16 minus 99 by 7. Okay, and a into b is 65 by 7. So a into b is what? 16 minus 99 by 7 is 16 into 7 minus 99 divided by 7 is equal to 65 by 7. Okay, so this 7 goes out. 16 into 7, 16 into 6 is 96 plus 16 is 112. So 112 minus 19, 199. 112 minus 99 is 13. So a into 13 is 65. A into 13 is 65. So from here I say a equals 5. The value of a is 5, and that is the right answer. Okay. So with this we conclude this set of questions of SAT, which are the official questions.